Welcome to this new series of videos. This is Phil back with you, and I wanted to go over Google Analytics. There's a lot that you can do with analytics. Literally, there could be an entire course that's hundreds of hours on everything you can do, but I want to go over the basics because it doesn't have to be too confusing to know how to use it and how you can use it to improve your website. So, the first thing you need to do is sign up for Google Analytics. So if you don't have a Google account, you'll have to sign up for a Google account. So first do that and then go to Google Analytics, which is just analytics.google.com. Click the sign up button. And then next, you're just going to have to fill out all of the information for your website. Or if it's a mobile app, you can do that, but we're going to be doing this for our websites. So first, you have your account name, which is typically just the website name yourself. Or if you have more of a business name or something like that, you can use that as well. Next is the website name. So for me, this would be Video School Online. And then the website URL. Next, you can choose the time zone, which is important so that all the reporting is done properly for your time. And then also choose the industry, and you can pick the one that fits best for you. There's this data sharing settings section where you can choose whether or not to allow Google to use the information that they receive to improve their products and that kind of stuff. Typically, this should be fine, especially if you're going to need things like technical support. Just leave that checked. And then click Get Tracking ID. Accept the terms. If you want to read through this, you can. Highly suggested. And now you have the tracking information for the site. So I just set this up temporarily or as an example for Online Course Masters, which is another website of mine. And there are different ways to actually implement this into your website because now we need to put some code on our website or use a plugin that allows us to get all of the information from our site into Google Analytics. I'm going to show you how you can easily do this with a WordPress website because there's actually plugins that allow you to connect Google Analytics without doing any of this sort of copy and pasting of this code in the back end of your website. But if you're not using a WordPress website, then just search for whatever type of website you're building on Google and Google Analytics and how to install that on your website. There are usually plugins or easy ways to do this, but I can't create a tutorial for every type of website because I don't know specifically which one you're working on. But I am using WordPress myself, so I'll show you how to do that. And if you have any questions or get stuck, please feel free to let us know and just post a question to the course page, and we'll try to help you out as best as possible. If you go to your WordPress website and the plugins page or to wordpress.org, go to plugins and you search for Google Analytics, there's lots of different plugins that you can use. I have used actually this Google Analyticator. It's an older plugin. I mean, they're still updating it, and it's created by SumoMe, which is a pretty big company, and it works perfectly fine for me. So I think that's a very simple way to add Google Analytics to your website and for your Google Analytics page to get all the data from your website. One that is a little bit more popular is this Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights. Yoast SEO has a Google Analytics option too. Really, you can just choose whichever one you think would be right for you. For now, I'm going to install the Monster Insights one because this is the one that is most recommended at this time. So I'm on my Phil Ebiner site, which is another test. So I'm just showing you, I already have it installed for Video School Online, which we're going to dive into later. But find this under your plugins and click Install Now for the Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights. Click Activate once it's installed. And then you should receive this little pop-up that says, please configure your Google Analytics settings. Or on the left, you see this Insights, and you can go to the dashboard or settings there. I'll go straight to this Google Analytics settings page. And they make it really easy. So we could just click under here, Google Authentication. So click there to authenticate with Google account. Go through the steps, click Get the Code, choose the Google account that you want. It's going to send you a code, paste it there and click Next. Then you're going to select the profile, which we just created. So for me, it's going to be this Online Course Masters profile. If you have multiple, you'll want to select the one for the website that you've created for the right website. Then click Next. done and close. Now, when you go back to your analytics page, you'll be able to look through your analytics. It'll take a bit of time for analytics to start populating all of this information. And of course, you're going to need traffic to your website so that you see some sort of analytics. But we're going to jump over to the Video School Online Analytics next so that we can see this live and in action. Then I'm going to go over some of the best uses and the best stats you should look at. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.